Okay, looking at our step-by-step stock problem, the Spring Company is authorized to issue 500 shares of $2 par value common stock in its first year. The company has the following transactions. So we're just going to journalize these three stock transactions. So the first one, the date is March 1st. We issued 40,000 shares of stock at $9.75 per share. So whenever we issue stock, we are going to be receiving cash. Okay, we give the investor the stock, the stock certificates, and they pay us cash. So since we're receiving cash, we're going to debit it. We're going to debit cash for the amount that's listed in the transaction, which is 40,000. I'm sorry, let me try that again, which is the $40,000 shares times the $9.75. So I'm going to have Excel do the math for me. 40,000 times $9.75 gives me my cash amount. Excuse me. And I'm going to credit common stock because that's what I'm giving to my investor. I'm going to credit common stock for the amount of the value of the actual stock. So I'm going to come up here to my explanation. 500,000 shares of $2 par value. So I'm going to take the 40,000 shares that we are giving them and multiply that times the $2 par value. Now we know that our debits and our credits always have to equal, and right now they do not. So I'm also going to credit an account called Paid in Capital. This account is used to keep track of how much of a profit, so to speak, that we make off of our stock. So I'm going to take the 390 and I'm going to subtract the 80,000, and that's the number I'm using for my paid in capital. Okay. So again, issued $40,000 shares, 40,000 shares of stock for $9.75. 40,000 times 975 gives me my cash amount. 40,000 times 2, because that's the par value, gives me my common stock amount. Subtract the 2 to get the paid in capital. The next transaction is on April 10th. And for this one, we issued 1,000 shares of 5%, $15 par value preferred stock for $20 per share. Okay. Again, receiving cash. We issued 1,000 shares of stock. So I'm going to take 1,000 times 20 because that is how much we issued the stock for, was $20 per share. This time we have preferred stock, not common stock. So I'm going to list preferred stock as my credit. This is going to be 1,000 times the $15 par value. And again, my debits and credits do not equal, so I'm going to have some paid in capital. And I'm just going to subtract my cash minus my preferred stock, gives me the amount for my paid in capital. Okay. The 5% that's listed here is what's going to be used when that stock is recalled. Okay, so we don't have to worry about that right now. Extra information that you would need for a later date. Third transaction, October 3rd. We purchased 1,000 shares of treasury stock at $9 per share. So treasury stock is when we buy stock back. Okay, and that occurs that occurs mostly with common stock. Okay, but we are purchasing stock back. So our debit is going to be treasury stock. And we're going to take the 1,000 times the $9. And since we are purchasing the stock, we're paying cash. So our credit will be cash for the $9,000. Okay. And those are your three basic stock transactions. I hope you guys have a great day.